Hello, theme park enthusiasts, and welcome back to Planet Coaster 2. In the last episode, we built this manic mouse here, which goes along the edge of the cliff. In this episode, we're going to be working right next to that, now on our monorail. That's our first priority here, and so that's what we're going to be doing. We have to build a monorail that goes over to the other side here. Easy enough, I'd say, to do. So we do want track supports on. We do want tunneling on. I always forget if it's on or off. There is a special sauce to this particular mission, so let's see how it goes here. Alright, so we need to have it off. Don't really want the angle snap because I really just want to turn it to right about there. That'll be perfect. Very straightforward build right here. Nothing fancy. Alright, we got it over onto the ground here. Now we're wanting a station. We're going to want it to come out this side. Perfect. Oh, we need a bit more money. That's fine. We will get that money coming in hopefully here in a few moments. We do have the rain going on, which is a bit of a downer for our park overall. But people are still going around, it looks like. We're doing pretty well, I'd say. Yeah, we got people flooding in on this ride, so that's good. We got people going on to the Ferris wheel there. Still got people in line for that. Yeah, everything's doing pretty good, I'd say. Financially, how's this doing? Looks pretty good. And really, it's like we have a ride coming in every little bit here. So not exactly perfect, but it's not an overly long wait. I wish I could put in one more ride car. That would be nice, but just isn't possible in the space I'm given. So it is the way it is. But yeah, we've got people on all our rides, and we got enough money now for our monorail, so perfect. Let's go over here. There we go. Alright, now what if I put done? Will it just go back and forth, or will it try to go around in a circle? That's the question I have right now. Alright. It stops there. People get off. And then it goes back. Perfect. So that works fine. Alright, so on this station over here, we need to add some accessibility. So we're going to put the ride entrance over here. We'll put the ride exit right over there. We'll connect a path. So we're going to take this path, which we need to go here. Copy existing. There we go. And then we need to make sure we got some handrails and stuff on because this is a bit above the ground. There we go. Actually, before I do that, can I get rid of this stuff? Yeah, there we go. Alright. Don't need any of this stuff. That's just useless junk there. I mean, I don't mind the trees right now. We'll deal with the trees when we get there. Whoop. We did delete one tree. That's alright, though. I'm wanting to get rid of the stumps that are here. We're going stump pulling. Definitely don't need all this stuff lying around the park here. Whoop. Again, we got another tree, but that's alright. Making a little bit of money doing this. And I will argue, making this park look a lot nicer overall, too. Alright, we got any more junk lying around? Don't really see anything else, so alright, we're going to leave it for now. That's good. Now let's get back to that pathway I was working on there. Again, make sure that it is same as the ones on this side. But with railings. We got some water flowing out there. That's alright, I guess. You know what? I want to go out this way a bit. Whoop. No, that was too far down. Alright, so now basically I just want a nice stamp builder here. Yeah. Let me just put a stamp builder, say, right about here. Actually, you know what? Let's undo that real fast. Because don't really want a railing on the stamp. There we go. Alright, so we got that. Now, let's go ahead and connect this to that. We do want a railing on it. There we go. Perfect. So that's all taken care of there. We're going to need a queue. So let's go ahead and copy existing from over here. Definitely want the railing on this. There we go. Not exactly the prettiest, they usually aren't, but it'll work. Alright.
Howdy, Cowler.
The park is looking unbelievable. Massive engineering respect for your problem solving. But, Hank, who did you say the agent was that sold you this place?
Oh yeah, real nice guy. He kept laughing while he was showing me around. Finds rocks funny, I guess. I think I have his pen somewhere with some details on. I'll go look for that while you both go and do park stuff.
Alright, so we got the silver award there. I'm going to delete these trees because right over here I'm going to put in another restaurant. It's going to be my other restaurant for the park. So let's go ahead and flatten the foundation. No, we want to go with this foundation. There we go. Alright, facilities. Let's go create custom. And we're going to want a restaurant. It's going to be right over here on this edge. Actually, you know what? We're going to make a little bit more room here. Evidently we're not. We can't remove these pieces, it looks like. Alright, so these are just the way they are. Well, you know what? We'll make the best of them the way we can. Back to facilities. Let's put in the restaurant. Alright. Let's connect to path. No. Let's undo that. Don't need railings here. There we go. And then we will need power over here, of course. That's just a given. Let's see here. Facilities. Power. I'd love to be able to afford one of those, but I just can't. So we're going to go with a power generator. We'll put it on the other side of this hill for right now. Alright, so then let's go ahead and see if our power gets over there. It doesn't look like it does. Alright, so we've got to connect this to the overall location. And we're going to need a power distributor over in this area somewhere. Can I hide one of those just over in this area somewhere? There we go. Perfect. And what we're going to do then is we're going to go ahead and pause. Because we've got this place open right now, and I want to get it looking nice before I really have it open officially. So for one, we're going to move this tree there to sort of hide the distributor. That's fine. We are going to need a pathway that heads out this way. It's going to have to be a staff path. And what we're going to do is we're going to put a blueprint staff facility, a larger facility over here. Let's go with angle snap. I like it at 15, just makes it easier. Alright, now we'll go back to pathway here. We'll go staff path. Right there. And I could always put another one in right here if I need it. Let's edit this building. We're going to go ahead and duplicate it here. Duplicate that. Alright, so those are all done. Let's go ahead and move this around. Yeah, let's put... Actually, let's not move that there. I do want to add it to the facility. I want to add it there. Perfect. Let's get rid of this piece of pathing here. There we go. Let's go with terrain. There we go. I think what we'll do... While we're here, let's add in... Alright, we can add in one more there. And it looks perfectly fine. Alright, so we're going to do that. Then what we will do here is... No. Let's go to edit building. There we go. Let's undo that. Keeps wanting to do that curve that I really don't want it to. Alright, it's gonna do that curve no matter what I do, it looks like. So you know what? We'll allow that. We'll just go with it. Alright. Let's go ahead and edit this building. Take off these things here. Then we'll go with this. Duplicate it. We're going to extend it again. That way it's sort of all insulated here. All right. And then let's get these, move them over here to sort of blur this corner. And again, over here. To blur this corner. Fine, we'll go with it here. So that means these have to go up one. There we go. Good enough there. Okay, I'm pleased with that. All right, there we go. Perfect there. All right. These are the things in Planet Coaster that I love, and at the same time, it's like, wow, I can't believe I spent all this time basically detailing a power station. But as I said, I do love it that way. It's brilliant how the little details matter so much. Alright, let's go with this first. Now that I look at it, yeah, let's go with this. Actually, I can't even do that one yet because I need this piece copied over here. There we go. All right, now I can go ahead and do this. I do hate how I can grab two directions at the same time now. Wish there was a way to sort of turn that off. And I wish that I hadn't just clicked the right click button there so that I deleted what I had just worked hard to line up. But ah well, we will get it back in here in just a moment, hopefully. Alright, let's get the height lined up first. Alright, that's as good as we can make the height. Alright, that's lined up. Now let's go ahead and get this piece and do the same exact thing over on the other side here. Alright, that's very close. I'm going to call it good enough. We have that taken care of. And then inside here we have it where it's pathways, so that's perfect. Let's call that good enough. Now what I want, after all that's done with, is to get a path that's going to come off of here. Actually, let's go with a bigger path here. Alright, good enough. That path's coming along that way. Definitely don't need the staff path being that wide. So we got one tree here we're gonna have to move. That's fine. It is a little bit of a overgrown pathway, but you know what? That's okay. I sort of like it that way. That way, it's not for guests to be going along. I don't want the guest to even notice it as much as possible. There we go. Perfect. So, over on this side, let's start out with some basic staff here. We're going to need a janitor, without question. Let's go ahead and get 2 of them to start with. We're going to need a vendor. And we will most likely need a mechanic that's going to be taking care of these generators over here at least. Alright, so we have all those people taken care of. Now let's get here. We need to add tables. And what I want to do before I add the tables, let me get at this again real fast. I liked the way I did it last time. How can I get at this? There we go. Alright, I want to use the stamp builder. I want to make sure I'm using this pathing. Can't build there, or there, or there. Alright, so that's what we're going to have as far as our area, which is great. That'll work. Off of this area, we are also going to go ahead and right over here put in some toilets. There we go. Let's edit the building. Toilets don't really need a back room area or a back doorway, so let's get rid of that, which also means we don't need the light there. There we go. Got a nice toilet set up there. That'll work fine. And then over here, first thing I want them to have is an information desk in case they're wanting to, you know, maybe where I put that power source isn't the greatest. Think I can figure it out though. Let's go ahead and get rid of this and this. Let's get this, duplicate it. Always had that problem where I will drag it incorrectly with the, whoop. There we go. All right. That looks like it should be good there. I see the problem already. I will deal with it here in a moment. There we go. So now we've got that taken care of. Alright, so we got that powered. I can't really disconnect that one easily, that's fine. We'll just leave it for now. There we go. Now it's all connected and powered up. Perfect. Now let's get back to this and add some tables. Alright, so we did these style tables on the other side. I want to do something different on this side. Let's see here. We've got the aquatic, mythology, picnic, resort, or Viking. Yeah, not really thrilled with the resort style. Picnic is sort of cool. I could do that. Mythology doesn't really work. Aquatic. Aquatic could also work. You know what? Let's do an aquatic theme over on this side. Alright, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to do an aquatic theme on this side. Let me go over here real fast and get my two primary colors, which are going to be this medium blue and this pink. Confirm. Alright, there we go. Let's add some tables. Actually, let's move this slightly. Want to have some room around it there. So then we need to go back to pathing to our slabs here. What we'll actually do is we'll just destroy this little piece here. Can we just then go off of that? No, let's not do that. Let's go ahead and do the stamp again. Not like that. Alright. No, that has to be moved back there. Perfect. Let's go ahead and delete this even. We'll just move. Alright, we won't move that guy. I'll just move this back for right now. Get rid of the trash can. Actually, I want to get rid of this trash can too, because these are our mythology ones, which were great on the other side, but we're going aquatic theme now, so we gotta have new trash cans. Really, this is all about getting this side sort of set up and ready to go here. Alright, so we can go with either one of these aquatic bins. Let's go with this one. We're going to go with the main color being that, and the secondary color being that. Oh yeah, I like the look of that. That works perfect. There's a trash can there. Trash can there. Trash can right there. One over there, perfect. Alright. So now when I'm doing this, I want to copy this existing texture. No, we might have to go with these bins, because I think these are not going to fit our color scheme. Oh no, they are. I stand corrected. Alright, so we'll do that. There we go. That's now in place. Now we can take this. Put it right there. That's fine. All that's set to go now. Perfect. Now, finally, let's go ahead and add some tables in. Let's go with the aquatic ones. Those are going to be along this wall here. Huh. They don't really like to go along that wall well. You know what then? Let's go ahead and put these. They're starting to be a little bit haphazard, and that's okay by me. That way people can sit, eat, have a nice meal. And we'll go ahead and do these. Oh, can't add any more tables to the restaurant. Alright then, let's go ahead and space them out a little bit more. And the way we're going to do that is... Yeah, let's go ahead and do... Actually, no. I wonder. And then let's go ahead and get out of that. Alright, so we're going to have Edge of the World 1, and this is going to be Edge of the World 2. That was a little bit weird, but alright. So, first thing I want to do is... Alright. And then for this one, we will continue the same thing, but we'll have it now be attached to the other restaurant, so therefore we'll have people who sit on the one side being people will get to choose which restaurant they which side of the Edge of the World restaurant they want to be on here. Alright, that's all taken care of there. Now we're going to even make it a little bit more special. So we'll open that one as well. I was hoping to to have some different menu items here for each one, but doesn't look like I can do that exactly. Alright. Let's see here. You know what? I think it was the resort. Yeah, I like these walls better still. So, we're gonna go with these walls. We are gonna go with them being a bit louder here. Actually, you know what? Reset that to default. We're just gonna do it this way. So that way it's the same as the other side, just with the pink instead of the blue. And that was not exactly what I wanted anyways, because I would really prefer doing these ones. There we go. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to go out one more there. But you know what? That's okay. Don't really like that. Comes down to the aged wood or the, you know what? What if I make this whiter? I do sort of like that. Yeah, I like that. Gonna need more funds coming in. For one, we're gonna need more funds because we're gonna need to put in those 3 new flat rides at a point here. Which is perfectly fine. We will get people that want to go to these places.
Har food moved on Hattie?
All right. So that's all there. I'll worry about putting the glass and stuff at a point, but first things first, I really do need to get a ride over here. Otherwise, there's really no reason for people to come over here. Let's go aquatic. Scenery theme, aquatic. Perfect.
Hattie Cowler.
Yeah, that'll work perfectly there. So with this, excitement. Let's go with this one.
Hattie Cowler.
You know what? Let's not do that. Let's do 7 here. Extend this path out a little bit. Then we can do a nice 4 coming straight off there. There we go. And then we can do this. Oh, bit too long, I guess. We're going to open that, and we're going to make it as dynamic. So we're going to start it at... There we go. Kept having my microphone dropping off on me. Alright. Let's go with 50 there. Perfect. Alright, so we have this area open on this side. Color scheme we do need to change around some. Fit with what we're doing over here. Alright, we will see if people start coming over for this. We have this monorail set up, and it does look like people are going to start taking it. So that works out fine. Hopefully we will have the people enjoying that soon enough. Once we put more things on that side, then we will get more guests over here, I'm sure. For right now, we can put that on one side here. And then let's just go ahead and get rid of a few of these trees here. And we'll put in another flat ride here. We're going to go with changing the colors up again. There we go. And for this, again, we're going to go ahead and do 7. Just have this keep going straight back here. Then we will do this one. It's just going to come out like that. Perfect. And then we will do our pathway out of this. Actually, you know what? Scratch that. Underwater wheel. Oh wow, now we got some people coming off here. That works out. Perfect. So now, yeah, we got people coming in here. That's great. Exactly what I wanted. We've got this restaurant here. I do want to finish up the restaurant here in a moment or two. In fact, yeah, let's go ahead and edit this building. Scenery. Yeah, we don't want any of that. What we want is resort. Just to give some structural support there. I love the people eating the different meals here. It just makes me so happy now. That is just a cool feature as far as I'm concerned. All right, let's see here. Let's go glass. That should be about perfect. Yeah, don't like that piece. It also seems to me like this is slightly angled inward, and I want it to be straight here. You know what I'll do is I'll actually put one more piece of glass here, and then I will go ahead and do this. Select these 3 pieces, or these 4 pieces, and then I will move them inwards. That'll work. Also, I need to change this one to be dynamic. So we'll do 5 on the low end and 40 on the upper end. There we go. Now we've got enough staff over here. Alright, multi-select again. These videos are being long. I hope you guys are okay with them. Personally, I'm enjoying them, so it's part of the reason they are as long as they are. Now there is going to be that entrance issue on this park, and there's not a whole lot I can do about it because of the fact that just the way this park is set up. So I'm just going to have to deal with it. Alright, we got another person to work on that side there easy enough. Still got people coming in there to eat. Perfect. Wow, we got tons of crowds over here. So that's going phenomenally well. How's my Manic Mouse doing? Still doing well over here? Still really popular? Pretty popular still. Still got a nice line to it. Definitely pleased with the way this place is working out this time. Alright, let's go ahead and multi-select. And then we're going to duplicate. And then we're going to snap distance. Whoop, not snap distance. Snap angles. Alright, so we're going to have some overlapping glass no matter what. But you know what? That's okay as far as I'm concerned. We'll deal with those overlaps when we get there. For right now, just putting in the main pieces of glass. Ooh, and before I worry any more about glass, I almost entirely forgot. Gonna need some trash cans around here. We are going to have to put some along this wall here because I don't want to mess all over the place. There we go. Alright, so we've got all that taken care of. Let's go back to the glass now. Sometimes in this game, getting the angles right is really a challenge, but we're doing our best we can. Let me go with glass. Alright, last piece for adjustment. Not exactly perfect, but pretty good. Alright. Now let's go over here. And we're going to put this guy down. And this guy. Over on this side, we're going to put down the Viking. Yeah, we're just going to leave it as the Viking on that side. Alright, so we've got the tables set up here. They're all going nicely. People who want to leave can get out, even though it says they can't, which is fine. Let's go here. We're going to go with a nice 7 here. Alright. Then over in this area, I'm actually going to clear some trees again. Actually, you know what? Let's move these trees. Because I might want them later. These two especially. We'll clear these. Alright, let's go over here real fast. Research-wise, have we gotten everything that we can possibly get? Yeah, we've got everything there. We've got everything there. We're done with Chapter 2 basically now, so we're just earning points towards Chapter 3, it looks like, which is perfectly fine. Let's see. Ooh, we need some souvenirs is what we need somewhere. Alright, we'll put in some souvenirs here, definitely. That's not what I was wanting. There we go. This is what I was wanting. Yeah, let's go ahead, pay off that loan. Alright, so we have no loans left, which is perfect. I like it that way. Then we don't have to worry about the loans. Let's see here. Facilities. Blueprints. Let's go to Hat's Fantastic. We haven't done one of those, I don't think, yet in this park. We don't need it to be this whole thing, though. There we go. Whoops. Put the wall back on. There we go. All right. Alright, so we got some rain coming down. Let's go ahead and actually what we're going to do, we're going to move this around. We'll put it right here. Alright, he's heading for Hat's Fantastic. Perfect. Let's go to facilities, and we're going to go here, and we're going to put in a body dryer. Let me just put it over here for right now. That way I can edit it. Again, we don't need all this stuff to it. We're not even going to have it have this piece of wood to it. Let's go ahead and move it over here. There we go. You know what? I'm not going to worry about those lights. That's good enough. Next thing I need to worry about here. Trying to get to the end of this episode, but I want to make sure that I've got everything that my guests need. And we need some benches. We are charging a good amount for that. That is awesome. Let me see. What rides did I put over here? Because I think I know what ride I want to put over there. I just want to see what I've got over here. Yeah, alright. Flat rides. It's not going to be a custom one. Alright, so we're going to have the standard path going right over here. Let's make sure we've got the right standard path. There we go. And we want it to be nice and small here. And then we want to do a queue line, which we're going to copy from this one. And we only need to build one more flat ride in order to get that achievement done. So let's go ahead and do that right here. Didn't keep it, unfortunate. Actually, you know what? Let me do the standard pathing here, because I want to go 7 actually here. Change my mind, want to go 7. There we go. Perfect. And then we'll go here, and we'll do this. Whoops. Alright, let's go ahead and have this be dynamic. Let's go with $5 on the low end, and we'll go $20 on the high end. See how that does to start with. We can always adjust prices later. We've got the overall carriage. We're going to do the dark color there. We've got this color. We're going to do that. Then we've got this one. We're going to do that color maybe. Then we're going to do this, that color. All right. And we'll open it. Perfect. So the next thing will be, we're going to build a coaster, and we're going to build that coaster right over here. We're going to have it with an incitement of at least 4. Which, I'm curious, what are we looking at with these coasters? Incitement is well over 4 for that, so really it's pretty easy to get over 4. So that's pretty straightforward there. We should be good to get that. Before I forget, yeah, let me move these to the walls here. Then we'll go ahead and end this episode here soon enough. The rain is coming down pretty steady, but it has not dampened my guest spirits. We're making a good amount of profit, and I'm very happy for it. So let's see here. We've got to build 2 coasters here. One with at least 4 incitement and set to open, and then a second one that's got at least 5 inversions for it. I wonder if I can do both at the same time here. And that's, I think, what I'm going to try to do over here. We're going to go with a chain lift. Yeah, this is what I'm wanting here, is this one, I think. Yeah, that's what I want. And we're going to put this right into this area over here. That's what's going to go over here, and it's going to go right along this side, and it is going to do some significant banks and inversions. Going to be a very intense ride. I like it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Looks like we've got a decent amount of people lining up for that ride, and on this side as well. All right. Wow. We actually, I think, are going to need to increase the size of this line. All right. Yeah, let's do that real fast. I want to solve problems before they become enormous problems. Alright, so want to take out as few of the supports here as I can, or where there are at least some other ones in it, so that way it's not crippling my spinning coaster, structure-wise. Then I can put more over there if I need to. This side is still open. Perfect. Now the people who want to get on the monorail can still get on it there. I'll make sure that it still functions properly, but yeah, I just want to make sure people can get on and off the monorail if they want to. For right now, I don't need to make this side any longer, so that is a good thing. Those people will go off to other rides, which will be fine. And these people are able to get on there. Perfect. Alright, so they're good to go. We're good over here for the most part. Last thing I was going to do before I got distracted there, because I do get distracted so easily, as you all know. We're going to go ahead and duplicate this bench and put some nice seating along here so that people have places to rest. That was not where I wanted that one. There we go. Perfect. So here's our final ride we put in. I think it's a unique ride. Never been on one of these myself, but it definitely looks fun. And it looks like something that would be nice and intense, especially right along the edge here like it is. Alright. People find what? Manic Mouse is too expensive. Some of the tables connected to Cliff's Edge Dining are dirty. Alright, so we need to deal with that over here. Yeah. So we probably need another trash can or two, sadly, in this area. Didn't want them in this area. I sort of liked them along the walls. But I gotta do the right thing by the guests. So we'll go ahead and throw in, say, one here. One there. And one there. And let's go ahead and get another janitor that we'll put right there. How's our new restaurant doing, by the way? Really well. People are very happy with it, which is perfect. And we have a decent amount of people flowing over to here, and it's not blocking up the way that it was before. So that's all great. I'm very happy with that. Really, I think we've achieved something in this episode. This area didn't even exist beforehand. No, it was a longer episode, but you know what? I think it was worthwhile. So, just so I don't forget for the next episode, we're going to go ahead and put in this coaster piece here. And we'll deal with it from there. Alright, we're going to have to flatten out that terrain a little bit there. That's fine. We will deal with that here. I'm just going to make a few more adjustments before I head out. For one, I've decided don't really need this area of the concrete. Alright, now let's go ahead and connect this to that. There we go. That'll work that way. We'll put in other parts later when we need to. Let us go ahead and get the smoothing tool here. No. I actually want the opposite. There we go. Which should then allow me to go ahead and put that in. Let's put in a nice block section here. I definitely want more than 2 trains on this one, so I might have to expand this full section here. But we'll see that in the next episode. For now, though, I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here. If you enjoyed the episode, please go ahead and click that like button. If you've not already, please subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon, so you're aware when I produce new videos in the future. Thank you, and I hope to see you all back for more of Planet Coaster 2.